Hello, everyone. I'm here with the captains of Final Gambit. May you guys introduce yourselves?
Yeah, I'm Lavz. I'm one of the captains of Final Gambit. Nice to meet you all. Hello, hello.
Yeah, my name's Pacific or Cal. I actually I have no idea why Les picked me as their co-captain, especially after last year's eighth place. But thank you for having us.
Yeah, and expanding on that, I just want to ask you guys what caused the team up, if anything in particular, or were you guys good friends or knew each other from around?
Yeah, I
Basic.
mean, like Pacific
Yeah.
mentioned, like last season, Pacific and Cavern were co-captains, and then they, for some reason, drafted me at 12K. But
Got to
like,
do what you got to do.
um, right? Even before that too, though, we duoed together for the Rad Red Cup a while back. That was also here in SGBL. I think we faced off against each other at some point or another during the first team tour. I could be wrong. Um, and like even outside of that too, we were on opposing teams for what was called I'll say this wrong, DLWC. It was a team tour hosted by somebody else, a mutual of ours. And so through all of those sort of like mini interactions, we kind of got to know each other, and we really like clicked, especially during the Rad Red, like the Duo Cup. We were killing it. We were like just in sync the entire time. And it was great. So I was like, this time around, let's just captain up and see how it
Well,
goes.
until we lost, but yeah,
We don't talk about that. We
yeah.
don't
I was gonna
talk
say
about
like,
that.
yeah, we clicked until we lost the first round of playoffs, but yeah,
We got the playoffs though. That's something,
yeah. I mean, we did. I mean, we killed our pool, but Yeah, I
And
also to expand on that, especially with like labs. Like when I started Mons, it was only like 2 or 3 years ago. The server that I first joined, a couple of their mods were actually close with Labs. Like Metal was one of them. Like Labs, I met you pretty much through Metal, and
Yeah,
TNT
same.
and all those guys. Like I know there's Clash MX, and I think Lucat's in the tour too.
Yeah.
Who we used to play Mons with quite frequently a couple of years back. So. But yeah, like I think the Radical Red the duos thing was like a big thing because we didn't really know each other, and then we pretty much we had some fucking awesome moments. Like the cross poison was legendary. So
Love that. That replay lives rent free in my head. But yeah.
and I also wanted to ask you guys about why Final Gambit, right? It's just Final Gambit, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Final Gambit. Why the
Yeah.
name?
So there really isn't that much lore behind it. It was mostly like when we were talking about team name ideas, we really wanted to stick with something that was like based on a Pokemon move or like an ability or something. I think the first one that we agreed on was Perish Song, and so we were going to come up with the name like the Perish Songbirds, but that didn't really vibe as well. And then so we were thinking again, like what could be a good team name, what kind of like really roll off the tongue, and then I kind of just threw out Final Gambit as more of a joke, and we both just kind of thought like this could kind of work. This seems like a cool name. It kind of has a lot to say within itself. It's like a team that wants to give it its all, but doesn't want to leave anything behind on the field type of thing, which sounds a little cringy now that I say it out loud, but um, I think it ended up being a really cool team idea, and I think hopefully we kind of translate that team philosophy into the games coming up as well. So we'll see.
And anything you want to add to that, Pacific, my dude?
wow, I appreciate it. What a great question. I laugh about that specifically, like the team name. When I look at like everybody else's team names, honestly, we took it more seriously than I think a lot of the other teams. Like specifically for like team tour names. Like I'm looking through these, and I remember looking when we submitted our name, and we like they had the captains listed with their names, and I was like, holy shit! Like, did we like what? So I was like, are we the like the fucking cringe captains? Like, are we? Is that who we are? But nah, I think we just want to take it seriously.
Yeah.
Especially
The
after
cringe
like
captains were
last
actually
year.
our third name idea. We were gonna go cringe captains in the end, but we chose
That
to
that
move it.
logo
Yeah.
didn't look very nice, so we didn't keep that one.
And I'm glad you mentioned logo specific. Of all the logos, I hate to say, I think you guys have the best one. And what was the inspiration behind it?
Um, Photoshop mostly actually.
What an inspiration! Yeah,
Yeah, I say this with every logo that I make for a team tour or for like my own like team rosters, whatever. I absolutely don't take art credit because I'm still learning how to do art actually. But I kind of realize there's a lot of Pokemon that look really cool that know the move Final Gambit. We're gonna pretend like King Gambit knows it, even though it's in his name already. So
Yeah,
whatever.
we're
Um,
really pretending.
yeah, we're really pretending here. Staraptor, it's a really like iconic, like old gen Final Gambit user. Annihilate doesn't really have Final Gambit as its main set, but like people know it that it can do that from time to time. So it's like, these are really cool Pokemon. They kind of fit together, sort of like not really like a villainous theme. Like they're not all villains, but they kind of give off that like energy of like very strong Pokemon. So yeah, it just kind of clicked, and then that ended up being the final logo.
And did both of you guys work on the logo, or was it just like, oh,
It was
we
it
know
was
this Pokemon?
100% Pacific. Like he
Yeah,
did
that's
it
fucking
from
hilarious.
start
Yeah,
to finish.
that's really funny. yeah, yeah, I worked really hard on that. No, Labs had like multiple iterations of the logos. We ended up like this one was a combination of the two, wasn't it? That you came like there was like the
Yeah,
final two that you really liked.
we had one logo where it was this same font style, like this the Final Gambit text was the same font, but instead of Staraptor, King Gambit, and Ileaf and all that, it was just a Victini, and like it had like a fireball behind it. So obviously it's another one like big Final Gambit user. So we were thinking like maybe we could do Victini because like the V for victory, cringe, haha. But we thought it could be a good Pokemon there as well. And then we kind of just meshed them two together. We dropped the Victini, of course. We kept the font style and everything, and then we ended up with this. So yeah.
Yeah, very very clean, and it's almost like the same thing with the name, right? I think the logo is a little bit more serious than the others, but it's still good. It's great. It
I
does
think
have
it's
aura,
ironic.
as you can tell.
Like it's more serious than others, and it has aura. But we are probably like the most least serious Captain Deal you could find.
Yeah, it's a mistake.
It's we're setting up like a facade. All right, this is just our mask going into battle.
Yeah, like our team members don't even know who we fucking are, and uh,
Exactly.
I honestly pity them. But
Oh, it's
Yeah,
great. It's great.
talking about team members, man, Pacific Relations lobbing it up was the door to the next segment.
yeah,
Big up Pacific.
yep.
Uh, with auctioning and like drafting players, what was the plan behind it, and did you guys get everyone that you guys were like keeping an eye out, or there was a big one that you guys missed on?
Yeah, so sort of like a general plan that we had was I think a lot of coaches kind of adapted this too, from what I could see in the other interviews, was that like we knew that Rad Red Fusions and World Cup had the smallest pool of players, so we really wanted to prioritize getting some really good quality players from those formats specifically, as well as getting solid Paladex and Natdex player. Like everybody on our roster, without a doubt in mind, could be a finalist, if not a division winner, um, in their own way. Like they're all really strong in the forms that they play, and I'm very happy with the team that we ended up with. Of course, there were a couple that we didn't actually get, which we originally planned to get, but in the end, I think we even got like an even stronger team than what we originally anticipated. And our very first pick, Cavern, I'll let Pacific kind of go into that one. And
God, Cavern.
yeah,
Oh my God. We like with when it came to working on talking about who we wanted for the team. Lavz is the one that brought me into a VC about it because like with Cavern we didn't really care too much about prepping for it, but like as much as I don't know if Lavz tried to downplay it or not, but we actually spent quite a long time going through each player and like marking down either like max bids or people that both of us know. We did actually look at pretty much everybody's documents that they sent and all of their applications. And we even talked with other people about other people to see if people knew names that we didn't know. We pretty much did get everybody that we either planned on or had in our plans because we pretty much had like a top five for each category. Um,
yeah,
and we weren't afraid to spend our budget early because I'm pretty sure we were the lowest budget halfway into the draft anyways. Like we probably had 5 or 6 players before people had two. Because honestly, the people we wanted were being nominated. But Cavern, oh my god, those two brothers knew I wanted Cavern. And nobody else has fucking bid it. And obviously, like Laz is yelling at me because I'm supposed to be bidding like 0.5s, and I'm just bidding full, $1,000 on Cavern. But I was always going to get Cavern because they drafted me in their own team tour. But Cavern's crazy. Oh Jesus, Cavern plays like 20 leagues at the same time. And I'm not gonna like downplay Cavern. Like they have so many fucking chips, like so many fucking wins in leagues. They're crazy. But
And like we got Cavern for a steal, really, like in our eyes. We were going to go up to like 35K, 38K for Cavern. So the fact that we got them for 31K was really, really good. And a lot of people on our roster too, we felt like we're going way too cheap. So every time we bid on them, we felt really comfortable. Like even if no one else bid on this player and we ended up getting them, we were happy to have them. Like Logice going for like 12.5K, PZZ going for 18.5K, which is to me is a crazy good steal. Like I know a lot of other captains didn't want to pick up PZZ because he said he's going to be a solely Rad Red player. But even though me and Pacific both are very comfortable playing Rad Red, we wanted to have a really safe, like secondary, even primary person playing it for us in case we didn't want to slot in for those weeks. As we did end up being like I think the only captain pair that chose
yeah,
the one captain thing. So having PZZs there really kind of rounded out our red team. And then we had like other people who were just specializing in their own formats, like Mia being on fusions and even teaching me more about fusions as the drafting went on. So Mia has been super great, awesome with that. And then we have, of course, Cavern and Logice kind of locking down LC. I would be shocked, and I say this not to pressure my teammates, but because I have full faith in them. I would be shocked if we drop an LC game. If it happens, it happens. But like these are two of the strongest, if not the strongest players in this format. So I'm super confident in that regard. And then, of course, we have Canuck, who I believe won a recent championship here at SGBL. I don't remember for which format, but I think they did. Someone can correct
might have been
me in
for
the comments.
gimmick, but I can't remember.
Right?
Yeah,
I don't remember what it was, but again, I've seen them around, and they've been pretty strong in their own right. Uh, I think Tinkatonka is probably the one that a lot of people don't know who they are, and it was actually PZZ who told me about them and how they've seen them in like the sort of the general Smoggin tour area. So we knew who they were, and we knew that they were like very comfortable with battling. Maybe not so much as drafting, but we also kind of got some external like help through Tinkatonka, who I don't know if Pacific wants to name drop them, but they've been really great.
nah, we're chilling.
We'll keep our sources. Yeah. But we've had a lot of draft support on the sidelines as well, so that's been really great. And again, Alice is somebody we've seen in team tours, not under me or Pacific captaining, but we've seen them play for other teams, and they've been phenomenal. There was one team tour I saw Alice play in where they actually drafted a dual weather team, so they had like rain and sun on the same team, and it worked. Like they went, I think 3-0, 4-0 in the season, so that was insane. So I'm super happy to have all these guys here, and yeah, that's sort of my
Yeah, to kind of
summary of
yeah,
everything.
to kind of bounce off that, like Labs did say that there were quite a few. Like honestly, 75% of our team where we bid and nobody else bid, and it's probably just because of lack of draft plans. If people like don't do the research, and they just already have a complete list of people they want on their team, but like we got them, and that's why our budget was gone like by player 6 because we were just kind of surprised that nobody else is bidding on these players that we thought were, you know, severely undervalued. Nobody's taken or nobody's spent any points for them. But we ended up being like we are the only captain pair that only has one captain that can play during the week. And we're also the smallest team by a long shot. I'm pretty sure most teams, if not all of them, filled up all of their slots. We have 8.
There's potentially 8 for Pacific, and
There's
then like there's three teams that drafted 8 players. Yeah.
drafted 8
Yeah,
players with 2 captains playing because they
Yeah. Yeah.
all teams minimum is like 10 players like that are like with 3 subs. We have 1 sub. Because it's just one captain. And with Alice, like that whole draft thing, we had like just enough money that we know we wanted to bid for Alice, and
That's one day.
Lev's overbids so that we
Okay.
lose a player slot. Oh, you can tell it. I mean,
about
that shit was
Yeah,
funny. Yeah,
I mean, it's hilarious now. So for context, this is near the end of the auction, like getting to the end. And we had around, I guess it was like 13K before Alice's name got
yeah, it was
dropped. We
13K on the
knew,
dot.
yeah, and we knew we really wanted Alice as well as I can say it now because they've been taken, but we really wanted Alice and Big John on our team as our last two. Um, because with Alice, like I said, we're a great player. We know that they have what we want. Big O John was actually I was the one who invited Big O John to SGBL, and a lot of folks know who Big O John is. Like he's a super strong draft player, and so we were kind of hoping to sneak under the radar and pick him up for 5K, which of course didn't happen. But with the Alice situation, one of the captains, notably me,
I won't name
decided to
names, but
decided to bid 500 more than I should have, or 1,000 more than I should have actually, on Alice. And so that gave us 4K left, which meant we couldn't even pick up a min bid 5K player. So at that point, we weren't able to pick up Big O John anymore. And so our thought process was, okay, when mid come around, that's when we can pick up a 3K player. Maybe by then we can pick up Big O John. But it is what it is. So we still have a bit of budget to pick up somebody around mids, which I'm thankful for. But
yeah,
from the
because
left, the team is really strong. Yeah.
I was gonna say we're the only team that just has like a player slot and money to just automatically pick somebody up at mids. Like usually, I think every other team either doesn't have money or they have to drop somebody for it.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah,
nice.
that's
I mean,
correct.
we're comfortable with just having one sub too. I mean, the players are strong enough. I'm pretty hands off approach too. Like I let players kind of do what they want to do. So, but yeah,
And I had to do a shameless self plug. Did the Canuck chum interview with myself influence your decision to go after him or no? Because he was he's the only player with an interview with me.
it's a
Or
great
you guys have.
question because
We're gonna say we're gonna say yes, even though I don't think I've actually seen the interview, which I apologize. I'll
I
go
was gonna
see it
say
after this.
Yeah.
yeah, I definitely because I don't know how far in advance we like Labs and I talked about the
Mhm.
applications because we were proactively going through like when new apps came through, we'd look through the players and their full application. But I'm pretty sure I had Canuck marked pretty early. So as somebody that like I knew I wanted, so we'll say yes for the fans, right? So
Yeah.
Exactly.
And usually at this point is where I ask about the 5K demons in the team, and obviously you guys are the only team
We
this
got that
team towards not
6K
have a
demon.
5K, not have a
um,
5K player, but it's fine.
I mean, Tinkatonka went for 6K. I think Tinkatonka is absolutely a sleeper pick. Like a lot of people don't know who they are. I think
completely.
she'll be insane when it comes to this tournament. So I'm excited to see what sort of game she puts out. And yeah, she's been a super active player in the Discord already. She's been running mocks and stuff like that already, and it's only been like 2 days into week 1. So
Yeah.
yeah, good
I
stuff
also
so far.
completely forgot when we were like Labs and I were talking about players. I don't like to look at players' previous records. Especially like mine are ass and all the team tour stuff, which is why we're only doing one captain's playing. But like it's because we looked a lot about like where players were playing rather than like their record.
Yeah.
If like somebody's considered to be a stronger player and they're playing in a higher division or like they're playing against opponents that we consider to be, you know, top players, then like that to us is more important than like I don't honestly don't give a shit if like last team tour you won only one battle because that was last year, right? And like in theory, people should be getting better, and obviously, like a new season is a fresh start for everybody. Um, so yeah, like we do have high hopes for all of our players. I'm actually really glad that we only did one captain bid in, because I think it does help us a lot instead because we don't have to we could just prep each other, which is pretty nice.
Agreed. Yeah. Like, and even to add on to that too, like, for a big thing for me as well, which is kind of what we talked about with Pacific and myself, is that we didn't want just good players because we know that like some really strong players might not necessarily mesh very well on a team tour. So we wanted people who were both strong and who had experience playing on teams before, and all these guys have done that to some degree. Um, and so we were looking at like their previous team tour records, their previous HGBL records, their previous out of external records with other draft leagues, as well as how they would mesh in a team tour environment. And so, with all that sort of in mind, we came up with this squad, and yeah, couldn't be happier.
And I do have to shout out specifically Alice and Canuck because I was in a team tour with them, and they're awesome guys, awesome people.
Oh
They
yeah.
cooked. They cooked. And yeah, so yeah, you got two good ones, as they say in the biz, at least. And is there any like fake beef, or is there any captains or any teams that you guys are looking specifically to, like, looking forward to your matchup, or
Yeah,
within the week one
our
matchup?
our week one matchup especially. I hope the Good Boy Association has a great season. Don't get me wrong. I hope Steering loses every single one of his games as well. Um,
Yeah.
only because for those that don't know, I'm going to throw in some context here, which I think is good to have. Steering approached me before auction started with a little deal, a little offer, and I entertained it. And essentially
I
what it
said
was,
no. I said no, just for the record.
Pacific did tell me no, and against my better judgment, I believed the fellow Canadian. But essentially, what it was that we would refrain or we would not bid on somebody of his choosing, as long as he did not bid on somebody of our choosing. So he ended up choosing SF Paul. So of course we decided to agree with that. Even though we thought SF Paul would be a really good player to have, we said, okay, we'll respect it and we won't bid on SF Paul. And in return, we said Bagel John and I told him that I was going to invited Bagel to the team tour, and I really would like to have him on our team because not only just because we're on good vibes with Bagel, like he's really cool, really chill. He's also a really strong battler, but it just felt like it was a good give and take since they were both playing the same formats as well. Um, and so he agreed to that as well. And so from my understanding, there was some inner
Yeah. Okay.
inner works team
Yeah.
issues. The Good Boy Association was being a little naughty, and they lost a player. Um, and as a result of that, they were able to pick up Big O John for way cheaper than he should have gone
For
for.
fucking free, dog. It's an
But
inside fucking job. Let me tell you.
yeah, so with that in mind, I have some a little bit of beef with steering, but other than that, the rest of the team, I'm pretty chill with. So yeah.
My
Um,
goat Lavz does not know that Siri might be the bad boy of the team tours.
oh yeah, yeah. I mean, looking at his team's record already, he's dropped two players. Like I don't know.
Yeah, they must not like him, I guess, man.
I made a joke in the captain's channel earlier that I think by the end of the season, the Good Boy Association's entire team is going to be like a complete new roster.
Yeah, my
Which,
bids are going to drop half their roster. So
Yeah, two pickups before week one is kind of crazy though. This is
right?
I haven't
external
seen that
issues.
before. I'll be honest, but
And then, like, in the first season, there was a captain. I mean, there's a player. His
Mhm.
name is AC. I think he was. I don't know if he's in this team tour as a player, but
He
I
he
mean,
applied. He
said
applied. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
he said I'm not gonna play for any team minus the steering team, and we had to do a clause
No.
that you have to be okay with whatever team drafts you, even if they're not your friends or you don't know them. So.
I mean, as much beef as I guess getting for it, like it sucks to have a player like drop out like that. Like you don't want a player to kind of sour the mood of the whole team. So like I get it. There's a lot going on. Um, Do I still have beef with them though? Absolutely. But other
Yeah.
than that, though, like I hope they have a good season. Like they still find enjoyment out of it.
Yeah, but and Pacific, any beefs, any teams that you're looking forward to as well? I know you also mentioned that you did not want to work with Styrian on that handshake deal, but
nah, Labs just fucking fell right into their fucking plan too. I mean,
Dude, dude.
yeah, I don't have too much beef with anybody. Honestly, a lot of the captains probably don't even know who I am, which is completely fine. Like I'm not really close with a lot of people, in specifically like this whole sphere, but like I want to kick the brothers' ass. I'm not gonna lie. Like when
Oh,
we're playing
same.
that, like I'm actually probably I'm gonna be helping everybody. There's gonna be full
Mhm.
mocks for all formats for that shit. Like I'm not letting them kick my ass. I cannot let them talk shit. So
Ooh.
they, after hearing this, if they were to win, who knows? As long as he's in ahead, they're gonna make an
Mhm.
announcement of it or something, because they
yeah,
have
I
the
can't.
power.
I'm not letting this happen. Yep.
So yeah, you guys have to lock
Another
in now.
another good sort of matchup I want to see is our team up against the Meloetas. Only
Ooh.
because me and Cutie Fox were on the same team for season one team tour, so we were on the
Oh.
Gems, which was the team that ended up winning. So I think that'd be a nice sort of full circle moment to kind of see each other. I don't remember which week we play each other, but to have that sort of matchup going on, that'll be fun.
Yeah, and you have to give it your all, for the future champions, right? The Sigmas,
I think
Wait a
actually,
damn
yeah,
second. Yeah.
I had to say
yeah,
that because I'm part of the Sigma, so
Mm.
we gotta
and
support them here and then beat them later on Pacific.
If that's what we're fucking doing, that's what we're doing, right? Like, yeah, it's cool with me.
yeah, I know you guys saw we are 2-0 against the fish farm currently, so we are
Oh,
kind of
typical.
scared.
Yeah, typical. You might as well just 7-0 them at this point. So they probably don't have good health
Yeah.
insurance, so you might as well just take them out.
Hey, I think we hit on all the like the fake beefs or the real beefs sometimes would see it. We could talk about the teams. Is there any teams for you guys specifically that you guys are like, wow, I can't believe we got this combination of Pokemon or anything like that in particular?
This is all you,
Absolutely.
dog. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is my time to shine. Jumping straight into my favorite format, Rad Red. We got that Dreadnought stock up. It's
Oh
soaring
my
to the
god,
Dreadnought.
it is so high.
BZZ, when he joined the team, he's like, I want Dreadnought on every
First
draft.
comment
And
in
I said,
all draft channels was fucking Mega Dreadnought.
we didn't get it on Rad Red 2, unfortunately, but I think it's honestly for the best. I don't
We're
think
never
having
playing that team. We're never. I mean, it's never gonna get touched.
what Rad Red
It's just
2 is
gonna
like,
rot.
what do you mean?
Oh, sorry. Is that your team? Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
thought. So yeah, it's not getting touched. So you're chilling.
Uh, no, but I think Mega Dreadnought is a really cool mon, and I never actually got to use it in other formats. So being able to play with it now is gonna be really fun. Of course, no Shell Smash sucks, but I
It
mean, this
doesn't
one
need
having
it.
Shell Smash
Yeah.
would be insane. Yeah, exactly. Um, and yeah, it's got very similar cores, which is really cool. So I'm very excited to see DZ kind of use it. Mhm.
I think Frank.
Yeah,
This is
and
our
what
time.
about any other formats in particular that you guys are like really that you're really excited about? My goat labs.
Yeah, so I think honestly for like PAL decks, we have some really strong drafts. I was very surprised to see what we ended up like finalizing with. I did have a say in a little bit of PAL decks ones, but I mostly let those who were kind of like in charge of their formats do their thing. Um, I'm not personally a big believer of Terra Zarude, but I believe in my team, and I think they're gonna hopefully change my ways with it. Um, I think this draft is actually being played this week as well, so that'll be fun to see. Um, and even Terra, like an Animus Tyrion, is a great one as well. Garchomp, I love Garchomp on any draft really. Um, Paldex 2, again, great team. Terra and Animus Incarnate is gonna shred through teams very easily. Um, we got Cinderace, Jirachi. This team feels like a little bit more hyper offensive, could be. It does have a bit of bulk with Rotom Wash, so like not too shabby whatsoever. I'm really excited to see Terra Ice Cube pop off in Paldex. I don't think anyone's ever drafted a Terra Ice Cube before, so having that with an Abomasnow, I'm very excited to see what our team does with it. Um, I won't go through all the teams. I think they're all great. One other team I think is, or I guess two others I should mention. Nantex 1, getting our essentially top six being Iron Valiant, Garchomp, Terra King Gambit, Rotom Wash, Moltres, and Mega Venusaur. It
It's
feels
so
like such
stupid.
a crazy top six, right? Like,
Yeah.
it feels super stacked. And even the last two mons, Fortress and Carbink, not awful mons by any means. That's, it's removal, that's an extra
Just
pivot, that's
passive.
hazard.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, yeah, like we've got really strong teams all around. Little Cup, I know Cavern and Logize have been cooking a lot with these teams. I always love seeing Aber and Little Cup. I play a little bit of Little Cup, a little bit of Little Cup. I play a Little Cup, and I don't know the format super well, but from what I do know, like our teams are very strong, very well rounded there as well. Um, and in Infinite Fusions, we got like Tinted Lens, Fluttermane. We've got like a crazy good rain team going on. We've got tons of different options with the teams. We have like a Unburdened, Grassy Surge team. We got tons of tools to work with in Infinite Fusions. So, yeah, overall, I think we did a really good job drafting. I don't really see any issues with most of our drafts. So of course, not every single draft is going to be perfect. There's going to be weaknesses with all of them, but for the most part, I think these are both really balanced and really just in general fun to use drafts that everyone's going to enjoy. I don't know if you want to add anything more to that, Pacific, or
That's hilarious. I think the only thing I was gonna say was you guys. I like when we were letting like our players draft. Again, we only have one sub, so it's like we have in comparison like other teams who might have like 11 people drafted. We have 8, right? So we were. I honestly I did not help as much as I probably should have. Things were going a little too fast, and I honestly the only formats that I was actually interested in were like Radical Red and the Fusions one. They what was it? Mia and you were drafting for the Infinite Fusions 2 team that you guys were saying you wanted me to use because it was the easiest. Or like it was it was like the rain one. You guys were like, regardless of your skill level, Pacific, like I think you're gonna do great. So okay, guys, yeah, I got it. So
I love the way Mia breaks down fusions for us as if we're like toddlers. Like she really
we
like
pretty much are. I mean, let's well, maybe me, but
no me especially like it's not a format I'm familiar with, but it's been a lot of fun to learn and seeing like what we need, what we don't need, speed tiers and all that. It's been great. Like one mon I really want to see pop off is Chandelure Kilowattrel. I think that's a crazy cool mon. Goes flying type with Volt Absorb. I think it's Volt Absorb. Yeah, competitive like bunch of other stuff. Yeah. So yeah.
And flash fire. You can
Flash
do
Fire,
competitive.
Infiltrator.
Competitive.
Yeah. Every ability on it is viable to some extent. So flame body could even be a thing. Who knows? But yeah,
yeah.
super cool.
I feel like there was only one mod that I actually actively participated in, and that was that stupid Pelipper Avalug one, where like
No, you did you did Paragui Rapidash too. That was you.
Oh, I guess I did the Gardevoir Roserade too.
And the Gardevoir, yeah. You did half of this team. What are you talking about?
Dude,
Yeah.
I don't even know if I was just drunk half the time or if like I don't understand where I was like for all these drafts. Like honestly, props, like huge props to like everybody on our team. Like they actually fucking grinded these teams when we were drafting, and everybody was like really active and participating. Like Lodge Ice was helping a ton with going between all formats. Like I saw Lavz doing like a 9 to 5 plus overtime in every fucking chat. Like I was going through and just like clearing each chat, and huge props to everybody. Seriously, I appreciate everybody putting in all that work for drafting. So,
and to get back at something that you said earlier, that the 1 point Carbink, I saw Carbink beat a 1v1 in Iron Threads while being burnt. So Carbink.
There you go. Yeah.
Hey, stocks are on the rise.
Body press
So,
small.
yeah, might be a 2-pointer.
Red though, but it's fine. It also translates.
Yeah, we hope.
A Carbink's a Carbink, right? No matter
It
what.
always will be. So,
and isn't that the beauty of life?
Well, it's part of it, but could be better.
I think that was definitely a quote in Forrest Gump. A Carbink is a Carbink.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I heard that too.
Yeah, I think I think that's what they say, like when you get to the afterlife. A Carbink's a Carbink. And like,
yeah,
and that's
everybody understands it. So
yeah. But I think we hit on all the questions about all this boring team tour stuff. And I'm just joking, but
so boring. Yeah,
we get into real meat and potatoes right now. The miscellaneous question just to close out this interview. What are your favorite Pokemon? It could be competitively or like in draft or just like more of a casual pick or even both maybe. If you guys want to share.
Lavz, you can start.
I can start. Hell yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'll do both. I'll do favorite all time and then competitive favorite. Favorite of all time is my goat Munchlax. I love him to bits. I think he is like me as a Pokemon. I just eat, sleep, chill. Super laid back type of guy. A lot of people like even in sort of my own draft league communities and stuff like they know me as like the guy who likes Munchlax. Even Snorlax too. Like he's all right. But Munchlax is my goat day in and day out. I've beaten a Zygarde before with the Munchlax. That's been the highlight so far. But he's a great mod. In terms of actual competitive play, I'm actually a really big fan. Unfortunately, it's not that great in draft, in my opinion. But I'm a really big fan of Volcarona. I love Quiver Dance sets. I love the bulky Morning Sun stuff it can do. Even just plain body procking is great. Volcarona is amazing. Love that mod.
If you want to use Volcarona in like a more of a draft setting, you should check out BGC. It's a pretty good BGC draft mon.
Yeah,
It
actually, I
can
was
do some.
talking to,
Then
ironically enough, I was talking to the Cavern and Lodges about it because they're also kind of into VGC as well. So I was like, maybe I will pick up VGC at some point, and maybe I'll run Volcarona. Run it with like, what's the thing? Rage Powder? Is that what it
Rage
gets?
yeah,
powder.
it gets rage
Yeah.
powder. Yeah, it
Yeah.
rage baits his opponents to hitting him. It's great.
So there you go.
And how about you, Pacific? Which what are your two favorite Pokemon, competitive and like all
What a
time?
great question, Frank. Now I think like my favorite Pokemon of all time is fucking Camerupt. I'm not gonna lie. That little shit is now competitively, obviously, he's pretty good in Radical Red. As a pretty good low tier mon. But like overall, like my favorite mon to use in draft, honestly, is probably Bronzong. I've drafted Bronzong probably the most out of all my drafts that I've done over the past couple of years. Surprisingly, it's has it it's actually had like the most success. It's been on the most winning teams for finals, which is weird. But yeah, I haven't used it in a while, but I think competitively that's one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, I mean, and also, I mean, if you do like camera up or specifically camera up, it's also a beast in VGC drafts. So you should
It's a
also,
cool
if
ass
you want
spawn.
to
Yeah.
potentially look into it if you want to use camera up more in like a competitive setting, you know.
Yeah. Also, like Chi is one of my favorites, but like I'm not supporting the fish farm, so unfortunately.
And I guess I can ask this too. Why did you choose Conkelder to represent you in a little picture of
Honestly,
the team?
it's like so niche because it nobody would fucking understand it. But I drafted it like 2 years ago in that team tour that I met Lavz. And I actually had a lot of success with it. I really enjoy Conkelder in draft. I can't remember if it was Cavern or somebody else told me it's just like a fucking fraud mon. And I to this day, like I'll always go out of my way to draft it. I think it was on like Cavern and we've done like 5 duos, like leagues together, and we went like 4 in a row straight to finals together and lost all 4 of them. And Conkelder was on one of them. Um, so it's just kind of like one of those mods where it's like I tried to prove it wrong. We get to like the 4th finals in a row together. We're like, maybe this will be the time we win, and we lose with Conkelder, and it's just um it was fucking funny. It's one of the I was gonna do camera up to I thought Conkelder was cool because I should have done Porygon 2. I regret it now, but it's too late.
Should've.
Conkelder's there. Porygon 2's the next time. So
Oh, is this declaration that you will be captaining in SGBL Team Tour Season 4 Pacific? Is that
unfortunately,
confirmation?
I'm stuck. I keep coming back. I keep like last season with Cavern. Like I think we did get last place as a team. You know what? Which is cool. We didn't take it seriously then, but now we're taking it up a notch. We got Conkelder, and then like when we win this season for season 3, that's when I could rebrand as Porygon 2 because like everybody will know who I am at that point because I'll be a champion, right, with Lavs. So
Oh
that's
yeah.
like that's what's gonna be. So
Even to
And
add
then
on to that too, I think like when we're talking about like what Pokemon to use with the art, before that we were talking about like because I've been really getting into like going to the gym lately, so in that sort of same train of thought, I asked specific what Pokemon you want to be, and he said Conkeldurr. So my first thing that came to mind was like, why don't we just do like Conkeldurr weightlifting and Munchlax is like spotting him from behind, and it made so much sense to us as a team, so we were like, let's run with it.
yeah, I was
One
like
thing
that
though.
fucking works. Yeah.
But one thing about Conkeldurr I never understand is why does he get defog? Where is the fog coming from?
no, well, he's using the concrete to like blow away the air, all the fog.
Oh, true. He just throws in the wind kind of guides. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
it,
so
it makes some
stupid.
sense.
Yeah.
It makes some sense if like you're like high, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, you gotta be really fucked up, but you can make sense. Yeah.
think it makes more sense than Skunk Tank learning getting defog. I don't know what he's
I
doing with
don't
the fog.
know.
He got that
We all know
stain.
what he's doing. I was gonna say, like, we know what he's doing, we just don't want to know. So
Where's the gas going? Where's the fog going? Skunk Tank. I don't. It's just kind of, dare I say, problematic for a Skunk Tank to learn defog. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Oof. Yeah. He might be. He's taking away the fog, but he might like suffocate you with something else. The smell of a Skunk Tank. But
He's a cool ass
And
Pokemon.
yeah, it is. He's cool. If only like Game Freak gave him good stats, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, dude, he's a physical attacker, but he's built like a tank. Like, what are we doing?
He's a great AV bomb, but
The skunk tank. I just think of like the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, like his stupid laugh and that. I don't know if y'all ever played it or not, but
I have no idea what you're talking about. But I
no.
fully
Oh,
support your opinion, regardless
oh
of
my
if I know
God.
it or not. So, I mean, you have to be telling the truth. You wouldn't be lying to me. So,
He's like the main villain in like Explorers of Time and Darkness and all that. And he
he
has
fucking
this
would be.
yeah, he has this dumb laugh. I'm not gonna do it because it's awful, but it's just like
I wouldn't
anyways.
make fun of you until after. So,
Yeah, I know. I'm not doing it.
I wanted to ask you guys: do you guys have any big hobbies outside of Pokemon draft leagues? Maybe. Like, I think one of you
Um,
guys mentioned the gym a little bit. You guys were going back to the
yeah,
gym. I think
yeah.
Pacific mentioned that. So,
Um, yeah, I mean, like I'm mostly just going to the gym. Doing a lot of like arm, leg, core type of works out. It's just general like strengthening of muscles and whatnot. Other than that though, not a whole lot. I think what's kind of funny between me and Pacific is like I just finished grad school and he's going into I think you're going to grad school, right?
it's so
That we-
fucked up. Yeah. Why do you
Yeah.
get to finish and I got to start?
But yeah, right. So like I'm
It's
finished,
unfair.
I'm done, and he's going into it this year. So I think that's kind of ironic. Um, but yeah, other than that, like what do I do? I write
It's a great
poetry.
question.
I
okay.
exist. Yeah.
Oh,
And
that
isn't that
existing.
beautiful? Existing.
Wow.
Existing.
No, I
Yeah.
mean,
Right.
it is. Yeah, it
Um.
is.
Oh, learning how to draw. That's the thing I've been doing too, and working on my own Pokemon fan game. So
I was
maybe
gonna
that'll
say, aren't
come.
you working on something?
Yeah. I'm working on a Pokemon fan game. So that's been in development.
Oh, does it have like a Poke community post? I might be able to link that if you do or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. This is like the first or second month of actually working on it.
I expect
So
progress by the end of this. So,
yeah. Like given like half a year, there'll be something going on and like on the
okay.
Pokemon forum somewhere. We'll
Well,
see
that you
Yeah,
something.
have grad school, so I mean, come
Yeah, I
on
got
now.
time now. Yeah.
Yeah, we can, hopefully. But I guess I'll talk about myself, even though
Hmm?
we'll see how many people even like want to listen to me talk about myself. But um, I do a lot of different things. I play a lot of Ultimate Frisbee, especially in the summer. I've been running with the same kind of group for a couple years now. I played a lot of volleyball in college. I actually I know like the brothers have joked about it, but like I did bowl competitively for like 9 years. I haven't done that in a while, but I'm really big into I host this game called Blow in the Clock Tower. It's this social deduction game. I've been doing it for a couple years now. You get it's like Mafia, but like on crack, or like Werewolf on crack, where you have like an evil team and a good team and that kind of stuff. And it's a complicated game, but I've been running that for like a local group. There's like 30 people that I host it for every couple weeks. But once it kind of shifts back into winter, like the sports kind of switch, right? Because like I play Ultimate Frisbee twice or 3 times a week. In the summer with like pickleball, baseball, and then in like the winter, it's usually just volleyball. And like I'll take lifting a lot more seriously in the winter because like when I'm playing Ultimate Frisbee a couple times a week, like I'm fucking gassed. But other than that, like I spend a lot of time playing games on PC, as Pokemon. And I do make music as a complete
I was
side
gonna
hobby.
say you better
Yeah,
talk about the music production.
yeah. I have a couple friends who are like super into it. And it's just a side hobby. So I mean, I do a lot of different stuff. But like Pokemon's weird because I keep threatening to quit it every single time. Time I sign up for like a new league, I'm like, I'm just gonna quit. But it's just too much fun, and I enjoy the people in it. So I really do it just for the people. I really like the people that I either work with, like on my team tour, and the people that I talk to consistently for Pokemon. That's the reason I keep doing it in the first place. So, but yeah.
yeah, but
That's
yeah,
that.
might
Sorry, I
might
was
be
fucking
The
yapping. Holy
mentality that we
shit!
love to see.
might
The
be
I want
the
to mentality.
might
Damn,
might
that
be
was
Might be the biggest list of hobbies from both
I
captains
need to
so far.
fucking chill out. Yeah, I'm just
I've
fucking.
got 2 on my list. What do you
No,
mean?
it's. I mean, you can
I
just
think I
add
was
it to
like
mine, I
15.
guess. Yeah, I'm not trying to fucking yap, dude. You guys got me talking. I just
No, go for it, dude.
Jesus.
To expand on that a little bit, Pacific. When is the weightlifting competition between you and Pastoria Gym Bro captain gonna happen, man?
Oh, I'm fucked. You know, I'm fucked. Now, if he wants to catch some hands at frisbee, I mean, we could do that. But lifting, hell, right now, hell no. Like,
It has to be in the winter, right?
it's a big weight shift. Yeah, like it's like 20 pounds, 30 pounds lighter. So it's a big difference.
We might schedule something in the winter, surely, right?
Yeah, I
Have
mean,
a
we're gonna have to at that point.
oh man, and one more question for you guys, a pretty lighthearted one to end off the interview. What Pokemon do you guys prefer, Spheal or Gibble? Just like as Pokemon, ignoring the brothers. If you
Neither,
had to
but
ignore
if we had to pick one,
the brothers. So yeah, both of them
I
are
am
cute.
honestly fucking Spheal. I love Walrein so much as a Pokemon. I wish it was better.
So,
I'm not a Gibble
okay.
fan.
I grew up on Gen 3, which is Hoenn. So I am kind of inclined to say Wolverine as well, because that's just my generation. That's my guy, you know?
Yeah,
And
like
yeah,
picking
I'm
Gibble as
gonna
your
go with
favorite is
you.
trying too hard. So
See, I can't even say Gibble because I love Flygon. Like, it's just the better Dragon Ground type.
yeah,
And
like
that's
there's
also
better mods. So yeah,
if
You might,
Mega Garchomp was better, I would give it to Gibble. But Mega Garchomp is not where he's at.
it's
You know?
fucking ass. So
we need a Mega Walrein, man, to event
it's got to be coming.
So,
Yeah, it's got to be fucking coming.
in the CA, right? Legend CA. There's
We
a
need
Mega
it.
Walrein.
Yeah,
oh,
I need
have
to
you
see
all
that on
seen
the
the
roster.
Dragonite? The Dragonite is
Yeah.
ugh.
It's fine. I
I'm not a
mean,
fan.
it's fine. I don't. It's
It's
whatever.
lazy design. That's a whole
It is
tangent.
lazy. I agree. It is lazy.
I'm just
The
hoping
one
that
saving grace about it is that the stone has to be called a Dragonite Knight. That to me is great. But other than that,
this is what we've been fighting for like 12 years, right?
Yeah, then you
yeah.
guys
The
you
Dragonite,
pulls
right?
out some bullshit. Yeah. Hey, here you guys go. So
We find out it's just called the Dragonite Megastone. It's like, ooh, I'm gonna have to
Oh,
buy
man.
it.
hey, they could.
I'm
It's
uninstalling
like
the game to do.
I mean, Game Freak does do different things. Like when they randomly just nerf Regieleki, and then they just like, yeah, Reggie Drago's kind of ass. It's fine. He can still be good enough to not get his ability nerf. So yeah, big up Dragons Ball. uh, but I think I've gone through my list of questions I had for you guys. Anything you guys want to plug? Anything you guys want to shout out to end this interview before saying goodbye?
Damn. What a question.
Nothing really on my end. I mean, only thing I really have to say is good luck to all teams. You know, I'm sure this will be a competitive tour, but hopefully it's going to be a really fun one for everybody too. And yeah, happy to be here. Happy to captain.
And
Yeah,
Pacific, anything you want to plug in particular? Maybe your music, if you want to, you know.
hell no. Hell, you know
Drop
what?
the SoundCloud.
I
Drop
hope
the
nobody in
SoundCloud.
here like figures out who I am or where I live or anything about me. Like I just like aired out all this shit, but good luck trying to find me. So
Yo, can confirm Pacific's music is crazy good. Just saying.
hell no.
I've heard
No,
it.
no, no, no,
I've
no,
heard
no,
it.
no, no. Hell
I've
no.
heard it firsthand.
Hey, you might be surprised. Bob Fields knows how to track down people. He has
Dude,
shooters, so.
if he finds me, geez, you guys are never gonna see me again.
Oh, dude, what if Bob Fields doesn't want to see you in SGBL anymore? You know, the number one fan of all SGBL, and it's definitely not Byron, by the way, surely.
Yeah, it's Bob Fields himself.
Just
I mean,
my
hey, it could happen. Like this year, I met a draft league player in person, like in my city. So it could happen. It could happen.
I think that was wild to me. It was just, I just
Oh,
assume everybody on here is fake or AI, and you're
Right?
telling me that one of them's real. That's disgusting.
you want to shout out the real draft player, or is that secret just for you and a few
Uh,
others?
I don't. I mean, I don't think he's in this league. But if people know him, but by the name, I think he goes by MC. He has like a shiny phantom as his Discord profile picture. Really cool dude. I don't think you'll ever see this, but he's a really cool guy. We met at a gaming event, and yeah, it was fun to talk to him. So yeah. So,
Yeah, that is pretty cool. And I think that's everything you guys wanted to say, right? To end this off, I'll let you guys do a formal like goodbye. Just like have a good one. I'll let you guys close this out. My goats.
yeah. Pacific, did you want to say anything first before I said something?
No, anything that'll come out of mouth would just be some bullshit. So you can close it.
Perfect, because I was gonna do the exact same thing. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like good luck to everybody. Have some great games. If anyone has a Munchlax on any of their teams, which I doubt you do, but if you do, I'm rooting for you low key. And yeah, good luck, have fun, and
Yeah, I
what did the
appreciate
bird
this,
say?
Frank,
Pip
which
pip
was awesome.
Cheerios? Oh yeah,
What the
shout
fuck?
out to Frank. I was gonna say pip pip
The
Cheerios.
hell?
That's not better.
So you were also genuinely gonna say some bullshit.
I
Okay.
was.
Yeah.
I was.
Yeah, I
I was.
get it. Yeah, damn, bro. Okay.
Like on a serious note, I think the interviews have been great. I've been watching all the coach interviews so far. Not the coach ones, the captain interviews, I just say. They've been great. Love the questions, love the banter you guys have been going. So yeah, good stuff for hosting these too. Like I'm sure
Mhm.
that takes a lot of your time and whatnot.
Yeah, not getting paid too, which is crazy.
I know. We need a push
Fucking
for Frank to
cheat.
get paid.
You guys flatter me too much, and so does that mean you guys will also be ready for a potential champion interview if that were to happen? When you guys go, 7-0,
Well, with
and
our
then
track record, we won't be there.
I
But
think we're ambitiously aiming for playoffs. I don't know about championships yet. We're ambitiously aiming for playoffs. We'll be happy with
I would
that.
love a fourth seed right now. So
it's a playoff interview, right? We just make it. You made it
Yeah.
to the playoffs, and it's just like 30 minutes of saying we made it, and that's all it is.
that's all we need.
Yeah, you just have to be invited to the dance to win prom queen or whatever they say.
Yeah. You just got to be able to show up. So
My prom king is right here in this call. What do you mean?
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. What are we talking about?
and Lavz is the prom queen, right? Or
Of
something
course.
like
That's
that.
fabulous. What do you
As
mean?
always. Yeah. Yeah. That should not have been a question. This should have been
Yeah.
self-explanatory.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun talking to you guys, and thank you for the glaze at the end.
Got to
It's
do what we
not
got to do
glazing,
too.
it's just truth.
Yeah. Glazing.
And yeah, I think that is the end of the interview. And thank you guys to anyone that has listened to all of it, and I hope you have a great whatever time the day it is for you guys. So bye bye.